Hi guys, today is day number 21 in the 30-day horror challenge, and this video I'm going to do a little differently than I have been doing, because by that I mean I'm not going to appear on camera, I guess, but that's because, well, right now it's actually a little past midnight, and I was actually just about to get in bed, and when I got to thinking, well, maybe I should go ahead and do this video, because I haven't gotten the chance to over the past 2 or so days. And because unfortunately I don't really have much in the way of prophecy right now. So yeah, here we are a little after midnight when I actually can do this and talk freely without being interrupted and everything. So anyway, day number 21 is your favorite horror movie franchise. And well, if you've been keeping up with this, you probably can guess what the franchise is I'm going to go with. Because let's be honest, looking back, most of my answers have kind of followed a certain theme. I mean, looking back, I realize that now. But that's just, I guess that's probably because I just love this horror trope so much. Hold on, let me pull up a chair. It's my bedroom. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, anyway, day number 21 is your favorite horror movie franchise, and, well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'll just go ahead and show you. And that is, can you guess what it is I'm about to show? That is George Romero's, Of the Dead series. I unfortunately I only own the first 4. I actually don't, I don't own Diary or Survival yet, but eventually I'll get around to buying them. So yeah, but this is my favorite horror movie franchise because, well, as you might can guess from my answers, I for some reason I just have a thing for zombies. I don't know why, but a little backstory is, when I was about 14, or probably about 14, I was in Blockbuster and I saw the Night of the Living Dead remake. It was the 1991. At the time, the second remake had not come out yet, but I saw it in Blockbuster and I decided to rent it. And pretty much, it was that moment on. I pretty much just completely fell in love with horror zombie movies. I mean, I remember renting that. I rented that movie so much over probably the time that it was there in that Blockbuster, to the point that my parents got to where they were like, "Are you renting it again? Oh my gosh!" They started kind of more or less making fun of me, like renting it so much. And then it was about maybe a few months to a year later that I was in a nearby Kmart, and I happened on VHS. I happened to see this movie, on one of the little rackets they had. So I got excited, and I pretty much picked it up and bought it immediately. Yeah, then I saw Night of the Living Dead after that. So that's kind of how it went for me, and I have pretty much loved these movies ever since. Yeah, I saw, of course, like I said, Land of the Dead was the last horror movie I saw in theaters. Most people weren't, starting with Land of the Dead, most fans of the series weren't horribly crazy about the movies. I don't know. I always kind of liked Land of the Dead. I always rather enjoyed Diary of the Dead as well. Even though quite a few people didn't like it. Haven't seen Survival yet, so I have no opinion on that. So yeah. One thing I kind of liked, I don't know if this was intentional or not on George Romero's part, but like one of the things, like the later, movies is that zombies can learn and whatnot. Well, one thing I kind of like, like I said, I don't even know if he did this intentionally or not, but like if you want, in the first movie, the zombies are obviously pretty afraid of fire, but by the time Land of the Dead happens, the zombies pretty much are no longer bothered by fire whatsoever. I don't know, it's just like some random thing I always kind of liked. And one cool thing I did like about Land of the Dead is that it was the first movie in of the Dead series that actually had a direct reference to one of the previous movies. Because there was a character from Dawn of the Dead that appeared in Land as a zombie. So I thought that was pretty cool that they threw that out, as a direct reference. Yeah, it's actually been a while since I've watched Land of the Dead, but yeah. Let's see here. There was something I was going to say about this. I can't think of it right now. I'm going to kick myself because that's usually how it goes for me. Is that I'll forget what it was I was going to say, but then it's like after I do the video, I'll remember. Happens to me most every time, but oh yeah. Originally George Romero was wanting to end the series with the Day of the Dead, like conclusively. I've always kind of thought, like, what if he ever decides to do that for real, and maybe like the movie could kind of deal with like with society after the zombies start coming back, but I don't know. I mean, it's just something I was kind of curious to see, like how it would be done and everything if he ever went that route, which at this point I don't think he will, or he would, but you never know. So yeah, I just hope someday he will eventually, maybe at least chronologically, he'll do a movie where he'll say, yeah, this is pretty much the end of the series chronologically, but that's me though. Anyway, that is the George Romero's of the Dead series, and that is my favorite horror movie franchise. So yeah, thanks for watching, and this video has carried on a lot longer than I intended, so I'll go ahead and end here. So again, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.